It's a 2017 Polaris Razor. This is one I bought just as I retired. It's finally paid for. It does a good job. It's just a 570. It's just a little old thing. 50-inch wide, so it's what they call trail width. It does a good job. It's 4-wheel drive. Of course, it's belt driven. It's Polaris. And I just have a lot of fun with it. I've got about 14, almost 1,500 miles on it. Like I said, I bought it new in 2017. It's a good machine. And what's kind of unique about this thing, I bought them doors just I don't know, about 3 or 4 or 5 weeks ago. I put them on, and them's the metal doors are $267. They work fine. They're kind of noisy, they rattle a little bit, all this kind of stuff, but I got some more work to do on them. No big deal. I got to put some stuff in the cracks here. As you can see, it's got cracks there that I need to close in, but no big deal. I'll work on that. Got that pipe wrap and plug up some holes. Got a piece of that pipe wrap to keep the plastic part of the windshield from rattling. And I built this framework. I'm going to put a glass in here. This is plastic. So I'll put glass in there, that way it won't get scratched. Made that to where all I got to do is pull these pins, and I can fold that down. Or I can pull these pins here and take it completely out if I want to. I made wings for it like this, because, I don't know if you can see it or not, but when you're standing in front, the wind used to whip around that post and come kind of right back in the face. Them wings kind of prevent that. So I'm happy with it. Put one on each side. My back glasses, I've got them just wire tied on there right now, just kind of jury rigged. So whenever it gets hot, snip, 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 and I got open air. This is a permanent piece I'm gonna leave there. I like that. It's bolted down to this top, so it's holding it all together. It's got this rail in there. And there's a thing about this top, and unless I tell you, you probably wouldn't guess. You have to look real hard at that top. That top is the lid off of a dumpster. Yeah. I went down to the local garbage collectors down there and asked them if they had a couple of lids if they didn't need, or it was broke they couldn't use, and they gave me a couple. They weren't both the same, but one lid wasn't quite wide enough, so I had to splice the two together like that, and I put the railing on there, and I think it turned out really well. But they gave them to me, so it cost me nothing. I spent about $40 and these clamps like this, these C-clamps, and I probably spent another $20 in bolts and screws, and about another $40 in the aluminum railing, like this. And so I got what, 40 and 80 and I don't know. I tell you what, the whole thing, I got less than probably, I'm gonna say $350 yet. And that's including the doors, the mounting hardware, the screws, the piano hinge. See, I got this where I can pull it out too if I want. And I can take the whole thing out. I can take it all off. So about $350 is what I've got invested in all that. And a lot of time. It took a lot of time. I had to stop by, or so I'd stop and I'd think about what I was going to do, and it took me, I'm gonna say 2 months, 2 months and a half, because I didn't do anything until I was sure that's what I wanted to do. You know, I'd think of something and I'd run it through my head a couple times, and then I'd think about it again, and think about it again, and think about it again, and think about it again. And then when I finally got what I wanted, then I'd do it. And as far as measuring all this kind of stuff, there's nothing on there the same measurement, with just very few exceptions. Most of it's just cut to fit. One thing about these doors, if you buy metal doors for your razor, the way this here mounts, and we can see it mount, just mounts that one screw right there. Okay, that's all. Hold this in place. So it means from here up, that's all free. I drilled and pinned mine, took a pipe clamp, clamped it from here to there, and pulled this back, which raised this door to make it level. Once I had it where I wanted it, I drilled it and bolted it. Now it won't move. It helps in the stability of the door, because like I said, you only got one mounting spot here, one mounting spot here, and you got one down here on the floor, and it's not real sturdy, but it works. So, but I put the extra mounting bolt in there, and it makes a little difference. So that's my $350 top, doors, and windshield on my razor. You know, I'm retired, so I live on a fixed income, which it's neither here nor there, but it's just the idea that there are ways you can do things, and you can kind of have what you want, and it don't cost you a whole bunch if you just stop, kind of look around. It's like you might see something, and I'm always on the lookout, and I'll see something that takes my eye, and I'll say, hey, would that have a dual purpose? Could that do more than just one thing? And like I said, I had a top on this thing here, but it was just made out of that white, white plastic, it was quarter-inch plastic. And after a while, the UV rays got eating it up, and it made it brittle. So it was starting to crack and fall apart. And if you don't do anything for your razor, at least put a roof on it, because they need to. So then I got thinking, well, what can I use that UV rays ain't going to eat up? And I seen, well, look at all them dumpster lids. Year after year after year, the main thing that happens with the dumpster lid is around the hinges. When the wind blows, it'll catch them and rip them. But, and I thought, well, my golly, them's already tried and true. And so like I said, I went down the place down there, and the garbage guys, and asked them, and they're good enough to give them to me, and I'm going, can't beat that. Always like to ask first, because I don't want anybody to come back and say, hey, you stole that. I didn't steal shit. They gave to me. But anyway, now for about $350, I said that it was $250 for the doors, and all the hardware, and all that stuff. That's my razor, and you can feel some heat off that motor. That's why I put the back glass in there. You can feel some heat off that motor, and it gets downright warm in there. So, but the main thing is you gotta block that wind, get that wind off you. If it's hitting you in the face, you just it's bad. But anyway, that's just kind of, I just wanted to kind of show the thing off. Kind of proud of that. I might paint them doors, and I do have some foam rubber, like a sleeping pad. I'm going to insulate the inside of them doors and make them stick out probably an extra inch or whatever it takes to close that gap in. So whenever I close the door, it'll have a seal. And it's like, you know, it's something I'll have to think about for a while and figure out what I need to do. And when I get it done, I'll show you what I did. But yeah, these here, driving on the street, you have to have turn signals. Well, I got about 20 bucks in that turn signal set up. I got some regular turn signals now for it. I'll put it on there, but them work well. And I wanted them inside so the trees wouldn't knock them off, the branches wouldn't knock them off, because I take this thing off-road. So that was the idea behind that. You can see it now. We'll see if we get one to work. There's it. See? Camera on the front. There's the back one. Turn signals. That's all they required. That and 50 bucks for you driving on the street. So you can see it from the front too. So That's why I'm gonna change and put them down here. But yep, kind of proud of it. It works. It just, that's some of that Yankee ingenuity. If there's something that you want and you can't afford it, make it. Just make it. Doesn't matter. It don't matter. Just do it. But anyway, whether you're on a motorcycle, in your car, your Jeep, your truck, your bicycle, whatever it is, ride safe, ride free. And I guess that's enough of that.